What's up guys, Maxwell here and you've been watching TechMax HD. Now Oppo has launched its Oppo R17 Pro here in India. Is it as good as they say? Is it worth the price? Is it a Oneplus 6T killer? Well, let's find an answer for all your questions. This is Oppo R17 Pro, a full theoretical review. Before moving on to the video, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon for more videos and interesting tech contents. Let's start with the looks and the physical appearance of the phone. This is definitely a good looking phone with a sleek and a curvy body design, and the build quality feels promising with the glass sandwich build made of Corning Gorilla Glass 6, and the gradient color in the phone looks amazingly attractive. They have given the power button at the right side of the phone and the volume rockers at the left. In the rear side of things, we can see a triple camera setup and a flash. In the front side of the phone, we can see a dewdrop notch. Dewdrop or water drop or raindrop or whatever you think it is. This notch carries a 25 megapixel front-facing camera and a small earpiece at the top bezels of the phone. In the bottom of the phone, you could see a USB Type-C port and a SIM card tray as well as the speaker grills. Yes, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack. You know what pisses off me the most? It's not removing the headphone jack. It's some of the brands that advertise removing the headphone jack is a specification. The battery and charging is the department where it surpasses all the other smartphones. It is not because it carries a 3700 mAh battery. It carries 2850 mAh battery. Yeah, they have decided to split this battery into two. The reason Oppo gives for this dual battery setup is that if there is two batteries instead of having one, the charging will be much faster. In fact, they are not completely wrong. This phone charges from 0 to 40% in 10 minutes and a full charge can be achieved within 30 minutes. This is cool, isn't it? And this fast charging is not only due to this dual battery setup. This is also because of this massive charger they give. They are giving a 10V 5A charger. That is 50 watts charger. 50 watts is an insane number for a charger. Now let's look at the performance aspect of this phone. This Oppo R17 Pro packs in an octa-core Snapdragon 710 processor, whose performance ranges between a mid-range processor and a flagship processor. This will be the third phone that comes with the Snapdragon 710 processor. Already Mi 8SC and the Nokia X7 of China are working on top of the Snapdragon 710 chipset. This Snapdragon 710 is a unique processor, but this is also one of the reasons that I wouldn't suggest this phone to buy. That you will know at the end of the video. Speaking of software, it runs on ColorOS 5.2 on top of Android 8.1 Oreo. I am not a ColorOS fan, it's up to your preference. And they could have given Android Pie out of the box considering this price range. Speaking of display, it comes with a 6.4-inch AMOLED display. It has brighter and bunchier colors and awesome blacks. Yay, it's a good display. Are you searching for that fingerprint scanner? Yes, it packs in an in-display fingerprint scanner. No wonder why it shares the same sensor as that of Oneplus 6T. As we already know, both have the same parent company. This in-display fingerprint scanner is still innovative, cause it's the end of 2018 and still a very few phones pack in this in-display fingerprint scanner. If you're so eager to know how this in-display fingerprint scanner works, I have already made a video on that. Make sure to check it out after you complete watching this video. Now let's check out the camera performance of this phone. Marketing strategies these days. I have an advice for you. Just don't buy phones looking at those 3 and 4 cameras. For example, look at this Oppo R17 Pro. They're having a triple camera setup. But what does these 3 cameras do? Let's check it out. The main camera is 12 megapixel f1.5 to 2.4 adjustable aperture camera, which has all of this optical image stabilization, dual pixel autofocus and stuffs. The next one is 20 megapixel camera, which is mostly used for adding lights and fancy effects. And the third one is a TOF 3D lens for scanning objects in 3D and remodeling. Yes, the most expected wide angle and the telephoto lens are missing. What is the point of giving 3 cameras, leaving the important ones aside? Speaking of front-facing camera, it is having a 25 megapixel ultra-wide lens, which is pretty cool. Even according to the reviews, they produce pretty cool shots. If you think this phone is good according to the specification, you have to wait for me to say the price. Wait for it. 44,000 rupees. I know many of you might have quit the video as soon as I said 44,000 rupees. Yes, it is insane. It is not worth for the price. But if you think you need an innovative phone with awesome cool features and price is not your priority, of course you can buy this phone. The next question, is it a Oneplus 6T killer? No bros, it's not a Oneplus 6T killer. Oneplus 6T is better than this in many aspects. It is having a flagship grade Snapdragon 845 processor, it is having better cameras with an ultra slow motion of 480 fps. Oneplus 6T is a better phone with a better price. What do you think about this phone? Leave your comments below. If you like this video, give a like, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon for more videos and interesting tech contents. Until next time, I'm Maxwell. Goodbye.